Hey, it's Mike here again on this Saturday, March the 6th, 2010. Welcome back to the cave. What a great weekend of sports. We've got March Madness in full effect, sort of the pre-March Madness. We got the conference tournament starting, and we've got three teams actually being punched to go to the big dance today. We got the end of the regular season, and the NCAA tournaments are right around the corner, so it's definitely upon us. But the big news here in Charlotte is Jake Delhomme. He's been cut by the Panthers, and all the Jake haters out there are doing flips. But I don't quite get the move. I understand it's an economic move. They cut out $30 million worth of salaries yesterday. I don't believe it had anything to do with Jake's performance. I believe the most logical football move would have been to keep him and keep him as a backup. He knows the plays. He's a solid backup. Let Matt Moore take the reins. But now you go into next season with Matt Moore and who else? You know, Richardson basically said yesterday that they're not going to be big players in free agency, which means they're going to battle pretty much with the same team, maybe some role players around Matt Moore and who else at quarterback. They don't seem to want Michael Vick. That's like a curse word here, Michael Vick, Michael Vick, but Vic was implied that he wouldn't mind playing in Charlotte, but it doesn't look like Charlotte's interested in Michael Vick. So you have all your eggs in one basket, and it's Matt Moore, a kid who's played had 5 starts, in meaningless games. Even though you can make the case that the Vikings, game was an important game to the Vikings, but there was no pressure on him to play. So, I just think who are you going to get? You got nobody behind him. You got no first round pick to draft a quarterback. You've got very little impact players, quarterbacks out there that you can pick up this offseason. And if you do pick up one of those, it's like picking up Jake Delhomme. It doesn't make a lot of football sense to me, but hey, it is what it is, as John Fox likes to say. I just think it breeds mediocrity, and if this team is mediocre next year, you can look for a change at the top with Fox Hernia, which means you got to put in a new regime the following year, which means more average at best football while the new regime gets into place. I know I'm going way ahead of everything, and that's just the way I see it. I think that they should have held on to Jake, and I think they should have had him in a backup role. And if you want to let Matt Moore be your guy, and you feel that strong about Matt Moore, by all means, let him have the reins. But you need somebody behind him because this kid has not shown me that he is a guy that you can count on to be the next great quarterback here in Charlotte. I mean, he wasn't a first round pick for a reason. He wasn't drafted high for a reason. Um, I don't know. But that's me. That's my take on it. How do you guys feel about it? Love to hear from you. Give me a shout, and I'll check you guys later.